So what happened in the world this week? Apparently my passport ain't that good anymore. What? Well, we said that Earth has 2 moons now. Okay, that's a little crazy. We got mosquitoes. Iceland, so what? Everyone got mosquitoes? This is the first time in our history that we have mosquitoes. I take it back, that's a little wild. And also, we got a story of someone burning her apartment because it had a cockroach in it. And stories about how robots can be doctors in the future. So yeah, it's crazy today. So get your cup of coffee or water or whatever you be drinking at this time. And let's get started. So NASA said that Earth has 2 moons. If you cheater, you're cheating on me with another moon? Wait, no, let NASA explain. Yeah, so apparently it's a space rock and we called it 2025 PN7. But it's not a real moon, it's a quasi-moon. It's not even a planet or a moon, you're cheating on me with a rock? Bro, let NASA continue. NASA, please continue because this relationship is on thin ice right now. So that quasi-moon is a small space rock that goes around the sun. So just like Earth, it's going around the sun. Exactly, so it's not attracted to Earth's gravity, but to the sun's gravity. Hey moon, it was not me, it was the sun. Hey, get me out of your weird lover's quarrel. Bro, you're the one who caused this. Nah, not my fault. Wait, but is this quasi-moon thing new? Nah, it's been there for like 60 years. You've been cheating on me for 60 years, Earth? Again, no, it's not my rock. Okay, but it will be gone soon, right? Not really, it will be staying with us for 58 more years until 2083. What's up guys, I'm that little asteroid you've been fighting about. You home wrecker. Bro, I'm as big as a building, you wouldn't even notice me. Earth, you've been cheating on me with a rock as small as a building? Ew! Moon, you don't want to listen, you never listen, you only hear what you want to hear. Moon, if it's any better, Earth only had 8 quasi-moons in its history. You cheated on me with 8 quasi-moons? And here we go again. Bro, I should have stayed out of this. You're right, okay, please, let's go to the next story. Okay, so Trump and Putin have some drama right now because they were supposed to meet to fix the whole Ukraine war, but then Trump said that the meeting is cancelled. Okay, listen, our US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that Russia's not changing its position in the war. Well, to be honest, US, your president did make a weird suggestion. Hey, it wasn't a weird suggestion. Bro, he said he wanted to freeze the front line. And if you don't know, freezing the front line is to stop the war where the current battle line already is as a starting point for negotiations. And what's wrong with that, Russia? Well, we demanded more and we said that we want full control of the Donbass region before we start the real talk. You seriously want to get a whole region in me? Are you serious now? And that's why Trump canceled the meeting with Putin because he said that it would be a waste of time if nothing would be done. But apparently, since Trump met Putin in Alaska back in August, he's been nicer to Russia. For example, he's been talking less about sanctioning Russia and more on focusing to get everyone on the table to make a deal to end this war. Well, we told them what we wanted, and what you want is impossible. All the war isn't stopping then, but Trump wants the war to end. Okay, then convince Ukraine. I already said no. Anyways, do you guys think that something will be done to end this war soon, or it's just gonna go on and on? What do you guys think? And yeah, let's go to the next story. Okay, this one is a crazy one because apparently a woman in her 20s burned her apartment down, got 1 person dead and 8 others injured because she wanted to get rid of a cockroach. Hey, all of that because of me? I ain't even that bad. Well, you are bad, but not bad enough to do all of that. But let's see what actually happened. So this woman used a lighter and a flammable spray to try to kill a cockroach. She made a homemade flamethrower just to get rid of 1 cockroach, but it turned out really badly for her because then a fire started in her apartment and items like her bed and trash caught fire and caused the fire to spread more and more, and that caused the smoke to fill the stairwell in the whole building that she was in. But in the same building that she was in, there was also a couple who had their baby only 2 months ago. Like, they were new parents. And when the couple realized that there was fire, they opened the window and called for help because the stairs were unusable. And because they were unable to get away, they handed their baby to a neighbor in an adjacent building because their window faced another building just 1 meter away. And then the husband jumped across safely to that other building as well because he wanted to get out of the fire. But unfortunately, the wife attempted the same thing that the husband did, but she fell. She fell 5 stories into the street below, and unfortunately she died. But back to the building that had the fire, there were also other residents who were hurt from breathing all that smoke. So now the police is saying that they're seeking an arrest warrant for the woman who started the fire because she technically started a fire accidentally though, but she did start the fire and she caused a death by negligence. Like, imagine doing all of this to get rid of 1 cockroach. Oh, you humans are the ones who started this trend. Like back in 2018, someone in Australia burned his whole kitchen because he wanted me to burn. Like, what did I ever ever do to you? Honestly, just put me in a cup and get me out of there, or even smack me with a slipper. Like, why do you have to burn me? Honestly, good point. Like, please don't make flamethrowers in your house. It's not safe at all. And anyways, let's go to the next story. Remember how a few days ago, Amazon had an error and that caused almost the whole internet to go down? Well, one of the things that stopped working was a bed. Seriously, a bed. But you'd ask me, why would a bed get affected because of a server disconnection? Well, it's because it was a smart bed made by a company called 8 Sleep. And I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a smart bed before. And apparently those smart beds heat up and cool down while you sleep, and they also track your heart and they move up and down for comfort. But they're also super expensive, like $2,000 or more for a bed. So anyways, when AWS stopped working, so did the bed. Listen to this. The bed needs internet connection through AWS to work. Like, yeah, a bed that needs Wi-Fi to work. Like, what kind of future do we live in? Anyways, so because of that server disconnection, some of the beds overheated and got about 9 degrees hotter than the room temperature. So it was like sleeping on a sauna. And some beds stopped cooling, and some beds even got stuck sitting upright, and people couldn't even flatten them. Like, imagine not even being able to flatten your own bed because there was a problem in Wi-Fi. Like, seriously. I get like that some things are cool to be smart, but a smart bed, in my opinion, is an exaggeration. Like, seriously, why would you need your bed to be smart? Like, why would the bed need Wi-Fi even? And if you disagree with me, I'm sorry, but you're weird. Like, bro, you don't need Wi-Fi for your bed. Anyways, let's go to the next story. So they found mosquitoes in Iceland for the first time in history, but you're probably just saying like, okay, it's just a mosquito. What is the big deal? Well, it is a big deal because Iceland was known as the land without mosquitoes. Like, Iceland already had it rough. They had volcanoes, glaciers, freezing winds, but at least they didn't have to worry about mosquitoes. But not anymore, because they got mosquitoes now. And the problem is, they're not just normal mosquitoes, because they're a special kind of mosquitoes called banded mosquitoes, which are cold resistant. Mosquitoes that can live in the cold. But problem is, this was something that was warned back in 2015, because scientists were warning that if the climate kept getting warmer, Iceland could see mosquitoes in it. And they didn't know that it's gonna happen only 10 years later. But here we are, it's 2025, and those annoying buggers are in Iceland. And honestly, I feel a little bad for you, Iceland. Like, as someone who attracts mosquitoes like a magnet, having mosquitoes even in the cold weather would be disgusting. Anyways, let's go to the next story. So you know how Americans are saying that the American passport is amazing and so on? Well, the American passport ain't as good anymore because it fell out of the top 10 ranking and is actually ranked at the 12th place. But take a guess who's also in 12th place. Did you take your guess? Well, you probably got it wrong because it's Malaysia. Like, now Malaysia's passport is as good as the US passport. And if you don't know how passport ranking works, let me just tell you quickly. How good a country's passport is depends on how many countries that passport can go without a visa. For example, the best passport in the world right now is the Singaporean passport. And because the Singaporean passport can visit 193 countries without needing a visa, it's basically the best in the world. But the US now can only travel to 180 countries because now countries like Brazil, Myanmar, and Papua New Guinea ended their visa-free access to Americans. Even China gave visa-free access to a lot of countries, but they were like, yeah, we ain't giving it to America. And thing is, looking at what the US is doing with other countries right now and their relationship with them, it doesn't look like it's getting any better. And it looks like the American passport is gonna fall more and more. But we will see what's gonna happen with it. And let's go to the next story. And for the last one today, apparently Elon Musk said that the Tesla Optimus robots will be as good in the future as an incredible surgeon. Yeah, like that's what the future will look like. We will have robot doctors. But Elon said that with Optimus and self-driving, you can create a world with no poverty where everyone has access to the finest medical care. So honestly, that sounds great, right? Well, yeah, but at the same time, can we really believe that? Like, is he just hyping up his robots so that people would be excited about it? Or would they actually be that good? And if they are as good and they would be like doctors or surgeons in the future, then what will happen to the people in the world? Because what will people do at this point? But some people are saying that, oh, we could be chilling or we could let the robots do everything for us and we can live a life working what we want, not what pays the bills. But When I think about it, I just know that human greed has no limits. For example, people used to say the same thing about AI, and that AI will help people and is going to make our lives easier and all that stuff. But now look at it. Like, look at the world. A lot of people are getting laid off because companies just want bigger profits. So they're using AI instead of humans and they're firing the people. So with the robots coming, like, I know I sound like an old person right now, like worried about robots and stuff, but seriously, what's gonna happen to the people? I guess we just have to wait and see what the future looks like. And anyways, I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe so that we reach 3 million soon, because we gotta reach that 3 million before the robots take over. And yeah, see you in the next one.